Good afternoon. My name is Willow Andreasson. I'm just about to read out the second video of the day, or the second reading of the day, which is the final few paragraphs of Chapter 7 of my book, which is called All We Need to Do Is Keep Talking. And these final paragraphs will detail a very unusual experience of mine. I hope you enjoy this. I stood morosely by the chain-link fence, my face pressing against the metallic chill, as I watched yet another funeral. This one, however, was different for me. Most funerals I'd attended in recent times took place at the local crematorium. My fingers curled around the wires. I watched the black-clad figures as they huddled around the freshly dug grave, picking up clods of soil from the mound of earth nearby. It was strange to be watching from a distance. I felt a hand place itself reassuringly on my shoulder. Slowly, I turned around. Grandfather was standing there, smiling reassuringly. We did not speak, but I became aware that we were communicating. Words filled my mind. He needed to take me on a journey, needed to show me something else. He took my hand. Gently, we elevated from the ground until my feet touched the top of the chain-link fence. We remained suspended about 20 feet in the air, securing me a bird's-eye view of the funeral. Everything seemed so small. It seemed like an illusion. And maybe, just maybe, I was right in that assumption. I watched the living souls as they grieved, then moved my focus to the beauty of the surrounding graveyard. How stunning the trees were, climbing majestically into the sky. How glossy the glorious mat of deep green grass seemed from the air. The illusion of death being the end seemed so trivial at that time. And time itself is an illusion. Grandfather beckoned to me. It was time to go. Maybe this was my own funeral? No, it couldn't be. I wouldn't consent to a burial, and it certainly wasn't stated in my will. I turned to face Grandfather once more. In a split second, the funereal view became as small as a pinprick, surrounded by the grey blanket of clouds that cloaked the beautiful earth from the wondrous rays of the sun. We were standing in a small kitchen with the hugest skylight I had ever seen. The kitchen itself, however, had very little in it. A fridge and some surfaces. Nothing else. No food was evident anywhere. No cookers or microwaves were anywhere to be seen. Grandfather smiled at my thoughts. Ah, telepathy, I thought. He affirmed that we were communicating telepathically, but I could hear his West Country accent so clearly. It was evident that he did not need this kitchen. It was a transitional visual tool to help my sister, he explained. She needed to adapt to her new surroundings, and this visual metaphor was assisting in her healing. Home from home, so to speak. This made perfect sense to me. Grandfather told me that there were 3 large bedrooms here in their home. They didn't have everything they wanted here. They did, however, have everything they needed to assist in their soul development. Grandfather had his huge garden, an almost never-ending oval bed of luscious green grass, perfectly mowed and tended, fenced by enormous oak trees embracing the greenery. A bed of sunflowers were nestling just outside the exit to the house. Moving indoors once more, I learned that physical movement was unnecessary to reach any room. Thought was the only machine necessary for transportation. I must have wondered where my sister was, because I then found myself standing in the largest living room I had ever seen. She was seated on a plush piano stool, playing the most beautifully opulent grand piano. Such was the perfection and quality of the construction, it made an earthly Steinway model seem like something a teenager had knocked up during their first woodwork lesson. My sister beamed widely at me. We didn't exchange any words. We didn't need to. I was here at Grandfather's invitation. No serious message was handed to me. He just wanted to say hello to me and welcome me to their home. I sat up bolt upright in bed again. This time I felt only peace. I quickly resumed the night's sleep with a wide grin on my face.